I'm Rico, this is MMA Prophecy, and we're gonna break down and predict the fights for UFC 276 Adesanya vs Cannonier. Let's go. Our first fight, kicking off the early prelims, we're in the women's bantamweight division. We got Jessica Rose Clark versus Julia Stoliarenko. Okay, I feel like this is gonna be a fairly easy fight for Rose Clark. No disrespect to Julia, but I feel like Clark's going to make this a gritty fight. She's going to get in the clinch. She's going to, even on the outside, to be fair, on the striking, I think she's better there. Yeah, I feel like this is a fairly easy fight for her, to be honest. Rose Clark's 34 now. I feel like the UFC want to push her up a bit, get as much money as they can. Yeah. Stoliarenko is a tough fighter. You know, she's a dog. She don't just give up. She's tough, and she'll throw the BJJ for us if they go to the ground. But yeah, I just feel like Rose Clark's gonna either piece her up on the striking or just make this a real gritty fight. Bit long there, my bad, but that's the pick for the first fight. Jessica Rose Clark to win. Our second fight of the night, we're in the men's middleweight division. We've got Brad Tavares versus Strickland Du Plessis. I think I said his first name right. This is a really good matchup, you know. Both the same height as 6'1". Du Plessis has got a 2-inch reach advantage, which is nothing really. Yeah, I like this fight. It's kind of hard to pick. Tavares, he can get drawn into a trade a bit, and when he does, he explodes and gets a little bit wild. But yo, he's got some big KO power. Yeah, he's got some decent counters, but he does fade a bit. I feel like he fades later in the fight. Now, with the same with Du Plessis, he mixes up his strikes pretty well. He'll throw in some spinning attacks. He's got some decent grappling as well. He will mix it up. But his cardio also fades a little bit. They're very similar fighters, but different in their own right. Great matchup, but it's risky to bet on. I wouldn't really bet on it. If you want to, I'm going to, because it's a risky one, I'm picking the dog. I'm going to go with Brad Tavares to get the win. I'm going to go by decision. I don't know, like, with their gas tanks, there should be a finish in this, but I don't know with these guys. So I'm just going to pick Brad Tavares to get the win. Next up, we're in the women's flyweight division. We've got Jessica Eye versus Maycee Barber. Really good matchup. These first 3 fights are really good. Jessica Eye has got some really good boxing, man. She's really figured out how to use her jab, and she does it so well. I really like Eye's jab. She's good on the scrambles when she gets taken down, you know. She fights to get back to her feet now. She won't really accept it if she comes to fight. Now with Barber, she's 9 years younger in this one. She's definitely stronger in the clinch, definitely stronger in grappling. But I think she's going to strike with Eye in this one. I don't know why Maycee Barber never does what she should do when she fights. But Barber can also get gritty, make this a gritty fight, and Eye's down for that. She can be a dog. Yeah, Maycee's quite a big favourite in this. I don't know, you know. I'm feeling Jessica Eye. It's a big risk, and she's a massive underdog. But if Maycee Barber doesn't grapple and tries to make this a scrappy fight or a striking fight, I think Jessica's going to make this scrappy. And if Barber does get takedowns in clinch, Eye stays busy. You know, I do see Maycee Barber possibly getting a finish by a KO, but I don't know. I'll say this. If Maycee Barber doesn't get a KO, then I see Jessica Eye outstriking her using the jab, getting up with the scrambles, like I said, if she gets taken down, and yeah, getting a win by boxing, basically. So, I'm gonna go with Jessica Eye, just for if Maycee doesn't get that knockout. I don't see her winning this fight. Some of you probably think I'm crazy. I might be crazy, we'll find out, but I'm gonna go with Jessica Eye to get a win. Okay, last fight on the early prelims. We're in the men's middleweight division. We've got Uriah Hall versus Andre Muniz. Straight out the my god. Straight out the bat, I got Andre Muniz to get the win here. He's got some solid grappling, man. Really, really big BJJ for it. Yeah, I'd be close to saying he's a BJJ specialist, man. Hall's 37 now. He's not the same striker as he was. Like, I was one of the biggest Uriah Hall fans, but even I've come to accept, like, he's just not the same fighter he used to be. He's always going to be dangerous on the feet. He has got knockout power. Not like brutally, but more like with the clean shots, technically catching you. Is the dangerous kicks. We all know about his kicks, one of the best knockouts in history, but yeah, he seems to throw less kicks these days. I mean, against Andre, he might turn it up and start kicking again and go mad. But I see Muniz possibly getting a takedown. Well, definitely getting a takedown at some point in the fight. And I see him maybe getting a submission. I'm going to roll with that. Andre Muniz to get the win, possibly by submission. Next fight, kicking off the prelims in the men's welterweight division, we've got Jim Miller versus Donald Cerrone. Are we actually going to get to see Cerrone fight? His last 2 fights have been cancelled against Joe Lozon. Dana said he's never booking that again. It's turned into a Khabib Ferguson. It's hilarious. I'm gutted about that because I had Lozon. He was an underdog. And it would have been nice to win on that. But hey ho, we've got Jim Miller, Donald Cerrone. Miller's 38, Cerrone's 39. Old dogs are the yard veterans. But yo, Miller still looks fast. He's still got a knockout power. His left hook and his left leg kick are lethal. And he's also got the submissions. We all know he likes a sub. Now Cerrone, he doesn't look the same. But he's still dangerous, man. Really dangerous striker. Combos and cardio is what I just think of when I think of Cerrone. You know, they'd throw 2 strikes with their hands and then that lovely head kick to follow it up. High kick, body kick, whichever. But yeah, anyway. Cerrone has got a high advantage in this. Not by much. He has also got a reach advantage. Not by much. Miller's southpaw. Cerrone's orthodox. I'm going with Jim Miller to get a win. I'm liking it. If you can bet double chance, which means either a KO or submission, I'd do that. If I had to pick one, I'd say it hurts him on the feet and then catches him in a rear naked choke or guillotine or something. But yo, Jim Miller to get a win. Next fight, we're staying in the men's welterweight division. We got Ian Garry versus Gabe Green. Yo, I'm rolling with the underdog in this. I got Gabe Green. Garry has got, I think, the 4-inch height advantage. He's only got a 1.5 reach advantage, which is nothing. Garry is a real good prospect. Don't get me wrong, like, I'm a big fan of him. He's got really dangerous striking. Brilliant on the outside, honestly. He's got power as well. But Gabe Green, he gets caught. Ian Garry will probably drop him in this fight, but he is tough, man. He sets the pace. He won't go on the back foot. He'll counter Garry if he has to. You know, he's got power himself. He's got really good movement, and he throws combos. I just like it. I like this matchup, and I think it favors Green. I reckon he'll get some takedowns. I don't know if he'll shoot. Probably if like Garry starts getting a bit too comfortable on the feet, or if he gets dropped. Because I know Gabe Green probably get dropped in this fight, but I don't see him getting put out. I see him grinding through and possibly knocking Garry out. I'm not gonna go knockout. I'll go just straight win. But Garry as himself, he said he leans back. We didn't see it much in his last fight against who did he fight again? Was it Green? I don't remember, no. Anyway, Reed? I don't know, something like that. I can't remember. I literally watched it about an hour ago. But risky one. But I'm gonna go with Gabe Green to get a win. Yeah, I'm rolling with loads of underdogs on this one. I'm gonna be honest, even I'm feeling like these are some risky picks. But we keep it moving. Still in the men's welterweight division, we've got Robbie Lawler versus Bryan Barberena. Yo, Lawler, the veteran, the legend. If you love MMA, you watch MMA, should know his name. Won't have to say too much. Absolute dog. Powerful hands. Yeah, just a great fighter, to be fair. You know, he can grapple, but prefers to strike. Really good combos, but mainly wants to throw them hands. Lawler is a beast and dangerous. Barberena, he's a dog. He gets really gritty, he gets hit. but he's hard to put away. If it gets in the clinch, he throws elbows. When you're breaking from the clinch, you'll throw an elbow. He's down to scrap. But yo, he can also grapple as well. This is another good matchup, to be fair. Lawler's now 40 years old. Barberena's 33. I'm such a big fan of Robbie Lawler, but I'm going to pick Brian Barberena. I think he's going to grind it out. I did think he was lucky in his last fight against... Oh my god, my mind's blank today. The legend himself. I can picture him. Are you serious? Oh, can't remember, but he fought when he turned town. And I think Barberena possibly lost that. I'm going to be honest. Yo, it's bugging me. I need to see who he fought. This video is going to be so long. I'm so sorry, peeps. Matt Brown, that was it. Yeah, I feel like Matt Brown probably won that, you know. I did bet Brian Barberena at the time, though, so I was happy. But that's going to be the pick. I'm not the most confident with this, but I'm going to pick Brian Barberena to get a win. Final fight at the prelims, the feature bout. In the men's lightweight division, we've got Brad Riddell versus Jalen Turner. What a fight. Ooh, Riddell. Solid fighter. Stand-up is solid. He's patient, but then he explodes. It's amazing. He's got power. He's got speed. He's strong in a clinch. He's calm if he's got a grapple. But, you know, he's more of a striker. Let's be real. And he's an absolute savage. So explosive. Like, the power and he strikes is mad. And he's got good conditioning, man. He can last the fight. Turner, on the other hand, he's got a 6-inch height advantage in this and a 6-inch advantage. That's mad. He's got some really lethal kicks. Fast. He's calm. He's powerful. But yo, he gets wild himself. Like, it'll be calm and similar to Riddell, where they just explode. Oh, if Turner didn't have such a big height and reach advantage, like 6 inches, like I said, probably would pick Riddell. But because of that advantage in the height and reach and the way he fights, his style, it's dangerous on the outside. I'm going to pick Jalen Turner. But you could see an upset here. A real big upset. But it's a really good fight. And just because of, like I said, the distance, I'm going to pick Jalen Turner to get the win. Now we're on to the main card. And the fight that's kicking it off. We're in the men's bantamweight division. We've got Pedro Munhoz versus Sean O'Malley. Right. Munhoz, looking at this straight away, people will think he's only won 1 out of his last 5. He's 35 years old now. You'd think straight pick Sean O'Malley. Wrong. His last 4 losses have all come against either they come against the reigning champ Sterling and all ex-champs. I think it was Aldo. Yeah. 2 others. I can't remember. Oh god. Edgar, and that's it. Cruz. Jesus Christ. Now, our last fight, Cruz is similar to O'Malley in a sense. He's got a wild, unique style, sorry. Really, really technical striking, like fast, good footwork. But Sean is going to have a hard fight here. Pedro Muniz has got some really good kicks. I think he's going to tear O'Malley's front leg up. But O'Malley, similar to the last fight, he's got such a massive height and reach advantage. And I think it's going to play a factor. If O'Malley makes it out the first round, he wins this fight. I could see Munhoz, even like I said, he can get a finish in the first round. Just destroy O'Malley. But if O'Malley, if he's alright and he can get into a dogfight and survive and be cool and work his game plan, staying on the outside, either way, I see him winning. Yeah. I was going to pick Pedro, I'm going to be real. But I'm going to go with O'Malley because of the height and reach. And I just feel like he will be able to work his game plan on the outside. Pick off Pedro with a jab. Risky fight. I'm not going to bet on this, y'all. But I'm going to go for the Sugar Show, Sean O'Malley, to get a win. The next matchup is in the men's middleweight division. We've got Sean Strickland versus Alex Pereira. Oh my days. This video is going to be so long because these fights are so good. I'm getting too into the breakdown of them. Right. Sean Strickland, I think, is going to win. But on one condition. If he uses his ground game. I'm not going to say wrestling because Sean's wrestling isn't that good. But when he's on the ground, he's really good top heavy and keeping pinning you down and throwing in that ground and pound. It's been a nightmare on top. Now if they're striking Alex Pereira, boy, this dude can strike. The guy that beat Izzy twice in kickboxing, you know, says it all. He's got some nasty power, to be fair. He won't knock you out of every strike, but he's got some serious power, nice speed, you know, and he mixes it up. Knees, elbow, spinning, back fists, elbows, punches, kicks. Dangerous striker. You know, Sean's got a really solid jab. He'll try and work into that. I said, if Sean's smart, he'll use his ground game. Sean Strickland likes to fight. He could make this just a stand-up, gritty fight and try and slug it out of Pereira, and I see him getting finished. But I'm going to take my chances. I feel like he will get close, manage to take him down, and then, yeah, Pereira's not an MMA fighter. He's a kickboxer right now. He's learning, and that's where I think Sean would beat him. So that's going to be my pick. I'm rolling with the underdog, the madman, Sean Strickland, to get a win. And if it goes to the ground, I see him getting the ground and pound finish. It was submission, actually. Could choke him out. Sean knows how to do those, you know. Alright. The fight I've been dreading to break down. In the men's featherweight division, for the featherweight championship, we got Alexander Volkanovski versus Max Holloway. Jesus Christ. These two fighters are so just equal and evenly matched for each other. It's crazy. I feel like the winner of this just becomes the GOAT in the division right now, active. Oh. So the first fight, Volk won. Give him that. The second fight was really close. At the time, I felt like Holloway watched it. I watched it just before I done this video. Again, I feel like Holloway won. But I can see why Volk got the victory with the takedowns and stuff. You know, because Max won the first 2 rounds. Third round was close. Volk came back a bit, but Holloway still had more strikes. And then Volk won the last 2. Oh, God, man. I really don't know. Holloway's got the 5-inch height advantage, but Volk's actually got the 2.5 reach advantage, which is crazy. Right. I think it's going to be a similar fight to the first 2, obviously. But I'm going to ride with Max Holloway. I think he's going to get it done 3rd time round. He knows how to beat Volk. He knows the judges are going to be iffy, so he's going to really have to put in a performance and just outstrike him, outwork him. Volk's no slouch. He's such a beast, man. Big fan of Volk as well. But I'm going to ride with the blessed one, man. More just because I think I want him to actually get it done. Bit biased, so be careful, but yeah, Max the blessed Holloway to finally get the win over Volk and retain. Yeah. his championship. Alright, we're on to the main event. The fight this card was built around in the men's middleweight division. For the men's middleweight championship, we got Israel Adesanya versus Jared Cannonier. Boy, what a fight. Adesanya's been calling for this fight. Told Cannonier, get your wins and I'll fight you. It's here, it's happening. Adesanya's been saying he's gonna F him up, fuck him up. And say we'll say it on this channel. There's no rules on this channel. We don't do no cuts, no edits. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't think Izzy is gonna like knock him out like he's probably giving the impression he's gonna. I'm going for a wild one. To be fair, some of my picks on this card have been a bit wild, so this probably won't shock some of you. I'm going for Israel Adesanya to possibly win by submission. He's been calling for it. He's been saying he wants to get a sub. And I can see him just... No, not see him. This is like a mad possibility. I just think it could happen in this fight. Cannonier getting tired. Izzy somehow getting the back and choking him because he really wants to do it. But either way, I feel like Adesanya's just going to work his striking, stay on the outside, keep it safe, and just wear Cannonier down, to be honest. Izzy's going to get caught, but I don't think he's going to get, like, knocked out, obviously. Even though there's a big chance with Jared. You know, the power's dangerous. But yeah, Izzy's got a slight reach advantage. I just see him working his game on the outside. Punches, kicks. Making Cannonier tired, and then, like I said, getting the win. Possibly that submission. But yo, I wouldn't really bet that. That's just if you want to sprinkle something. So yeah, that's going to be my pick. Israel Adesanya to get a win and remain the champion. We've made it to the end of the video. If you've made it this far, thank you very much. Big yourself up. Please, if you could, like the video. It helps out, and it also lets you know you've enjoyed this and you want to see another one. Comment your picks below, man. Love seeing them. Discuss the fights. Tell me how wrong I am on this one, because I know I've picked some wild picks. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this and want to see more. Hit that bell if you want to get notified as soon as the picks are dropped as well. Big yourselves up, man. I know this is a really good fight card. I've gone for some mad picks. Like, I really do think that myself, but I'm riding with them. I'm confident the dogs are going to do it. Let's enjoy the fights, man. Let's make some money. Peace and love. Rico out.